We met freshman year of high school. She was definitely infatuated with me. She stared at me the whole time in the hallway until I came and talked to her.
You know, you're a young teenager, so every once in a while you're catching glances across the room, awkward glances, and you quickly kind of look away and stuff. And this is going back and forth for like a month, just us catching glances. And then one day he just stood up from his post and starts walking towards me. Chelsea, which is my maid of honor, and we're sitting in the cafeteria, and she looks at Christian and dead-eyed at him was like, "Are you gonna ask her to homecoming?"
The setup of your homecoming date. Christian was kind of over to the right of me, and you were of course to my left. And I just kind of made him. I was like, "So you gonna ask her or what? Are we gonna do this? Like, we got time. Come on, let's go." And he pretty much was like, "I guess. I mean, can we go to? Would you like to go to homecoming?" And you're like, "I'm sure." And then the rest is history.
Yeah, I took her to homecoming and we hit it off pretty good. So I knew that I was in love with Trista when I took her on a trip to New Mexico, and we went out drinking with my brothers. And there's a 3-beer limit, and she still got really drunk. And my brother comes up to me, he's like, "She's drinking my beer, man. I think you should take her home." And on the way back, she got really sick. And she told me, she's like, pull over. And I didn't pull over in time. And I just rolled down the window, and she ended up puking out the window, and all the puke just went all over me. And we get back, and she's just this mess. Like, she's crying, and I don't know. I just had the biggest urge. I was like, I gotta take care of her, and just I don't know how to explain it. I just knew I loved her at that moment when I had to take her up to the hotel, hide her from security, get her in the room. I just wanted to always be there for her.
He always follows through on his goals. When he said he was going to go into the military, he went into the military. When he said he wanted to be a firefighter, he became a firefighter, and no matter what that took, he followed through. And I think it goes for the same with being a dad, or being in this relationship through all the storms. I think it's the silliest moments that make you realize how much you love a person. Just the little things, like when I was living in Houston 4 hours away and he was living up here, and he would drive on a Friday 4 hours to go pick me up in Houston and then drive straight back to Dallas just so that we could spend a Saturday together, and then drive me back 4 hours on Sunday and then drive back home to Dallas. I surprised him and I said, "Hey, I got us tickets to New York," which I knew he was being nice and he was telling me that he was excited about. And so, he's being nice to me, and he was saying he was happy about it. But New York is not his style. He's not the style to be around like a million different people and all that stuff. And so, like a week before we were leaving, I surprised him again, and I told him, "You know that trip to New York? Well, actually there's a connecting flight and it goes to Iceland." Little did I know that I'm like 8 months pregnant at this point too. Little did I know that through all the hikes up the waterfalls and the mountains and the beaches and all that, he was carrying a ring, and he was just looking for the perfect spot to propose, and I didn't know that. And finally on New Year's Eve, or watching the hours of fireworks, we found the perfect spot, and we're just sitting watching the hours of fireworks.
In Iceland, the grand finale is like 4 hours long. Like, there's a continuous fireworks forever. And I randomly handed my phone to some girl in Iceland. I was like, "Hey, can you film me?" I didn't tell her what I was doing. And I got on my knee and I proposed to Trista. Trista's freaking out. The lady recording us is freaking out even more than Trista, because she had no idea what was going on. And it was hilarious.
And I'm just amazed by all this going on. The fact that we're in a different country, watching fireworks for hours. Their fireworks are much better than ours here. And I'm just looking, and then all of a sudden he taps me on the shoulder And I turn around and he gets down on one knee. And then I'm so embarrassed because there's a video of this, and I don't even allow him the chance to put the ring on my hand. I just snatched it from him. I wasn't even thinking at that point. I just took it from him and I put it on my own hand because I wanted it so bad and I was so excited. And I just kept saying yes over and over and over again. And that was, it was just a great moment to look back on.
I'm not supposed to be answering.
Yeah, just kind of restate the question.
I have to restate the question?
Christian.
I'm at Christian when? Like that?
Yeah. Not as awkward.
Oh.
Quit doing that thing with your nose.
More awkward? Why did you do that?
That didn't even meet me.
We were outside playing football. Not we, because I hadn't met you yet. But Christian was walking his dog, and I yelled at him. I was like, "Hey kid, come play football." And then he played football. And then I never left his house. I also didn't believe his mom was real for like 3 months. Next question.
Why am I your best friend?
I keep asking myself why you're my best friend. I can't figure out a good reason. He just doesn't leave. Next question.
What do you think Christian is worst at?
Serious moments. Christian is worst at serious moments. Balance isn't your strong suit. Trampolines. Christian is worse at trampolines. He always gets hurt. It's like his least favorable quality. No. You get double jumped on a trampoline, it happens. You don't have to break your ankle.
What's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory with Christian has to be when he tried to open a can of SpaghettiOs with a Sawzall and cut his hand in the back of a van. He had broken the tab off and he thought it was the only way to open it. And then he just started bleeding everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not it? Was that not a good one? All right. All I hear is zzz, ow. Oh.
Hi everyone, I am Mike Barker, father of the bride, the guy that had a full head of hair the first time he held Trista in the hospital. Christian, a tag team of Trista and Adeline. Good luck with the hair, man. COVID has done a real number on our getting together with friends and family. So I wanted to welcome you and thank you for being here on Christian and Trista's special day. There is a lot of love in this room. Their love for each other, your love for Christian and Trista, and their love for all of you. Trista, when they first handed you to me in the hospital, I looked down at your wrinkly little face, almost like a cute little caterpillar in your cocoon of a blanket, and felt a love that I could not have imagined possible. There were two things I knew for sure. You were sent here from heaven, and you were Daddy's little girl. The love I felt gave me an overwhelming desire to give you the love, security, and courage to explore life. I was thinking of all the ways I could be a good dad and be a positive influence on you. Encourage you to face life's challenges and not back down. To become the best you possible and be happy with your life. Little did I know how naive I was. For it would be this little bundle of energy, enthusiasm, and drive with such a playful nature that would actually have that influence on me as well as others around you. One of my favorite memories of your playful nature was when you were just a little toddler. We were just you and I at the house, and I got distracted doing something, and suddenly I noticed I haven't heard you in a while. So I started looking for you through the house, calling your name, Trista, Trista. When I couldn't find you, I started to panic and thought you must have went out the front door. So I raced outside and down the street towards the park, hollering your name at the top of my lungs. Not finding you there, I raced back to the house to call the police. We didn't have cell phones at the time. I go through the front door and head for the phone, heart pounding, mind racing, in a total panic. And suddenly you pop out of the entryway coat closet saying, "Hide and seek, Daddy, hide and seek." I couldn't wait to grab you up in my arms all the time, hoping my heart would stop racing. That playful nature with all the energy, enthusiasm, and drive were constantly on display when we would be at McDonald's on Saturday mornings, right when they would open, so we could eat quickly and then chase each other through the tunnels and slides before anyone else got there. Your laughs and squeals of joy and the love contained in those hugs when I would catch you made me feel like I could conquer the world for my little girl. And oh, those butterfly kisses when I would tuck you in at night. In fact, it was your energy, your enthusiasm, and your drive wrapped in that playful nature that had countless positive impacts on my life. Even so, I was still worried when you were headed off to college, trying your wings out in a great big world. I should have known you'd be fine, because it was those qualities, especially your energy and drive to accomplish your goals, that it made it possible for you to graduate with your master's degree from the University of Houston and start your career as a professional woman. It is those qualities that will make you a wonderful, even if times trying, wife for Christian, and a wonderful mother to Grandpa's beautiful little ladybug. It is those qualities that have allowed me to watch in amazement as you change from that cute little caterpillar in the hospital to the beautiful, intelligent, loving butterfly here with us today. At this point, I think it's also traditional to extol the virtues of the groom, and Christian was kind enough to provide me with copious notes. Let's see. He is strong, handsome, intelligent, and a hunk of burn in love. On a serious note, I think we all owe Christian our gratitude for his service to us and our country in the military and now as a first responder. I also owe Christian my gratitude for showing me the respect of asking for my blessing to marry Trista. I think it was the fact that he bought me lunch at a steakhouse that made me say yes. I don't remember the exact words, as I had a lot of emotions going on at that point, but it was something to the effect, if Trista said yes, that he would have my blessing and be welcomed into the family, because I have always trusted her judgment in pursuing the life that she wanted. I did ask for a commitment from him to finish his degree so that it would open opportunities for him and his new family. What I should have said was a career, and he has done that, graduating from the Fire Academy and becoming a licensed paramedic. And he still has plans to complete his degree. I want to thank AJ and Janet for your influence on the man Christian has become. I know that I am handing my little girl off to a man with a good heart, and she will be in good hands. I also have been touched watching Christian's interactions with Adeline. It is obvious that there are two things he knows for sure. She was sent here from heaven, and she's Daddy's little girl. So now, Christian, you have two girls that you and I know were sent here from heaven. Trista and Christian, as this wedding has proven to me once again, you can never have enough funds set aside for events that occur in life. So you should make as many and as large a deposits as you can. The love in your marriage is also like a bank account, a love account where you make deposits of love so that love is there when life's inevitable challenges occur. To make meaningful deposits in that account requires understanding and respecting what the other person views as valuable. So you must continue to get to know each other. Just like making deposits in our bank account requires a lot of effort and dedication, making deposits in your love account will require effort and dedication from both of you. But if you do that, I know your love account will grow and you will have a life of prosperity in the most important way. have a life filled with love, which is what I want, what I have wanted for you from the moment you were born.